Hello folks, it's the Pace Chaser again. Welcome to another video. This one's another local history one. We're going to talk about Hewitt's Brewery in Grimsby. So the brewery was known as Tower Brewery and it was built by John Garnish in 1806. It was on the corner I'm looking at there, the corner of Pasture Street and East Street. The company was registered in March of 1888 and it became a public company in 1934. Before then it had acquired various other breweries. Gale's Brewery of Grimsby in 1892, a brewery in Gainsborough that seems to have gone unnamed before Hewitt's bought it in 1900, Exchange Brewery of Doncaster in 1905, Ordsall Brewery of Retford in 1909, and finally Norton and Turton of Lincoln in 1922. The company was acquired by Northern Breweries of Great Britain Limited in 1961, by which time, as well as all the breweries, it had 320 public houses to its name. Northern Breweries of Great Britain became part of Bass Charrington by a series of mergers and takeovers, and thus by 1967 Hewitt's was part of Bass Charrington. Certainly by later years, from the upper stories of the brewery there was a conveyor belt system that came across the road here and went across the back to the maltings. So yeah, the maltings were just over there, basically where the wasteland and the new sort of back of the buildings there is. This is the remains of Queen Street that was demolished to build Peaks Parkway. Bass Charrington closed the maltings in 1967 and the brewery itself followed on the 19th of April 1968. Hewitt's beer continued to be available. It was brewed at one of the other brewery sites that Bass Charrington had, and it continued to be available till 1980 when the name was dropped. After the brewery here in Grimsby closed in 1968, it was administered from Stone's Brewery in Sheffield, another name that's now long since disappeared. The beer was either really nice or, to quote one person online, vile, depending on your opinion. Like most beers, I think it was a matter of taste, and apparently, like a lot of beers as well, it also tasted better the closer you were to the brewery. Across the road from the brewery itself is the Duke of Wellington public house, which is still there, and that was known locally as the Brewery Tap, and it was apparently the best pint of Hewitt's you could get because it was just across the road, as I say, from the brewery. The maltings was a listed building, but unfortunately in 1975 it caught fire, and after a detailed assessment it was decided it couldn't be saved and it was demolished in 1976. The brewery itself was demolished in 1984. There are a couple of reminders of the brewery and of Hewitt's generally in this area, which is why I'm here, and I'll show you those now. Yeah, just to demonstrate, that's the brewery site and there is the Duke of Wellington. So around the corner where the brewery was, it's now the sort of car park and the rear entrance to the Law Courts complex. There is the brewery site, and again the Duke of Wellington just across the road. The one surviving building is here on East Street. It's known as the Cooperage, and there it is. I've also seen it referred to in historical events as the Barley Store, so I don't know if it was both, if it was divided up and it was a Barley Store and a Cooperage, or if it served as one for part of its career and then the other for the other. After the brewery closed, it lay derelict for many years. In the 90s it was proposed to convert it into a pub, but that didn't happen. In the 2000s it was proposed to demolish it and build an eco-friendly car park, whatever on earth that is. But luckily it survived, and in 2019 it was converted into apartments. As you can see, it's been done very tastefully, retaining a lot of the original features. You can see the jib for the crane up there, some of the shutter doors now retained as a feature on the walls. It's been very well done indeed. Just a shot there from the other side of the Cooperage building. The other remnants right there on the front of the Duke of Wellington, the Hewitt's sign. That's what I first noticed, and I passed it for many years and didn't really take any notice, and I decided to have a look and do some research into what Hewitt's were, and that's what inspired this video. I came past in the summer of 2024 with my border collie Alfie, who is there, and the sign had gone. There was just a dark circle on the wall where it had been, and I thought, oh no, I was gutted. Obviously I was going to do a video on it, this video in fact, and I thought I couldn't. Luckily it wasn't just me who noticed it had gone, a lot of other people did as well. They contacted the local newspaper, the Grimsby Telegraph, and its associated website Grimsby Live. They contacted the pub's owners, who said, no, don't worry, we haven't thrown the sign away, the pub is being refurbished, we've taken it down, we're going to put it in the beer garden. I believe one article said it was actually in the beer garden, but I kept walking past and I couldn't see it. And then lo and behold, it reappeared on the wall in its former position, which is really nice to see. So a big shout out to the management and the owners of the Duke of Wellington pub for listening to everybody and putting the sign back up. I don't think they realised how many people liked it and would notice when it went. But yeah, it's nice to see, and long may it continue to be there. I'll just zoom in so you can get a better view of it. There we go. But yeah, nice to see it there as a memento of Grimsby's past. So for information in this video, I'm indebted to the website of the Brewery History Society, breweryhistorysociety.com. As always, thank you for watching. Take care, and from me and Alfie, bye for now.